Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you're a student today, AI isn't just some cool novelty anymore, right? It's literally survival. But we really need to shift our mindset. Based on a fantastic recent breakdown from the Ask Maeve blog, we're going to move away from those chaotic 2 a.m. panic searches across random apps and instead build a streamlined, hyper-focused study workflow. We're turning chaos into consistency. Let's dive in.
Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. The tool hopping trap, the everyday generalists, research and writing aids, STEM and math solvers, the all-in-one solution, and finally, building your study plan. Let's get right to it.
Section 1. The tool hopping trap, and why we absolutely need to stop switching contexts. So I want you to ask yourself right now, what is the exact friction point in your study routine? Like, are you drowning in readings, stuck on brutal quantitative problem sets, or just trying to turn a massive pile of lecture slides into something you can actually review? And honestly, are you wasting precious time juggling 5 different apps just to fix that one bottleneck? Because every single time you switch apps, you lose momentum. It's a total productivity killer.
The source highlights a massive difference between the old way and our actual goal here. The old way is basically a chaotic mess. You know the drill. Summarizing a PDF over here, trying to make flashcards over there, scrambling for practice questions somewhere else. It results in total context loss and so much time wasted. The goal? One seamless study session, centralized context, repeatable routines. You shouldn't be managing your software, you should be mastering your syllabus.
Section 2. The everyday generalists. Broad help and big ecosystems.
When you aren't exactly sure what kind of help you need yet, you probably reach for the everyday generalists. ChatGPT is still the flexible default for most of us, right? It's super versatile, perfect for brainstorming an essay outline or getting a really simple first-pass explanation of a tough concept. But here is the massive trade-off the source notes. It is notorious for drifting from your actual source texts. Without strict anchoring, it'll just hallucinate or wander completely off topic. Unless you explicitly lock it down, it's just not reliable for your specific assigned readings.
Then we've got Google Gemini and Microsoft Copilot. Now these guys excel at what we call ambient assistance. They live right inside the ecosystems you're already in. Your docs, your drives, your browsers. Need to instantly summarize that 50-page PDF your professor just emailed? Bam, they're right there. But the catch? The deeper, heavy-lifting academic features usually sit entirely behind paywalls. So they're amazing for fast, daily conveniences, but maybe not the engine you want for full-blown exam prep.
Moving on to Section 3, research and writing aids, polishing and sourcing.
Okay, but what happens when your bottleneck is a highly specific task, like navigating a massive research paper? Enter Perplexity. It acts as an answer engine for fast source discovery, offering linked citations to cut through all that awful tab clutter we all hate. But keep in mind, the source makes it clear this is a strong first pass, not your last pass. You still absolutely have to read the actual papers for citation-sensitive work. It speeds up discovery for sure, but it doesn't replace the scholarship.
For the writing side of things, we're looking at Grammarly and Quillbot. Grammarly is your final pass cleanup hero for clarity and grammar. Quillbot, on the other hand, is like a utility belt for paraphrasing dense, complex notes. But here's the trick. You gotta use it in short bursts. If you dump your entire essay in there, you risk losing your unique academic voice completely, and you might even trip academic integrity alarms. Simplify a paragraph, check the clarity, and just keep moving.
Section 4. STEM and math solvers, precision and audio capture.
Look, if you're stuck on a 2 a.m. physics problem set, a generic chatbot is just going to confidently give you the completely wrong answer. You need exact precision. Wolfram Alpha gives you that structured, exact computational trust. It does the rigorous math. Meanwhile, Photomath is brilliant for visual, on-the-go math checking. Snap a pic of the problem on your phone and boom, quickly diagnose exactly where you made that intermediate algebra error. Just remember to use them to verify your work, not to bypass the learning process.
And what if your bottleneck is purely audio? Some classes are just incredibly dense and fast-paced. Otter.ai handles this perfectly with lecture capture and searchable transcripts. It's a huge psychological relief. It lets you completely focus on actively listening in class instead of frantically typing like a human stenographer. You can organize those searchable transcripts later. It's an absolute game-changer for information-heavy classes.
Section 5. The all-in-one solution. The Matrix and Maeve. So looking at this matrix from the source material, how do these incredible point solutions actually stack up? Perplexity, Wolfram, Otter, they are absolute masters of their specific domains and target audiences. But piecing them all together introduces a brand new bottleneck: handoff costs. The overhead is undeniable. Think about it. Copying a transcript from Otter, pasting it into ChatGPT for a summary, moving that to yet another app for flashcards. All that copying, pasting, and reformatting is pure friction. It completely drains the time and energy you should be using to actually study.
To completely eliminate those handoff costs, the source introduces Maeve as the all-in-one antidote. Maeve is built to be a centralized exam prep workflow. Instead of jumping between tools, you get one cohesive session. You can do multi-file uploads directly from your school's LMS. From there, it handles summaries, spaced repetition flashcards, custom question banks, and a timed exam simulator, all under one GDPR-compliant roof.
Why does this actually matter for you? Well, because Maeve handles these study tasks in one workflow, you no longer have to rebuild the exact same material in 3 different places. You upload your syllabus or slides once, and the workflow takes over. It saves massive setup time and cuts out the friction that absolutely kills consistency. You spend your time actually reviewing the material, not just organizing it.
Section 6. Building your study plan. Let's look at the rules for consolidation.
So how do we turn all this fantastic information into a customized, actionable plan for your next midterm? The Ask Maeve blog gives us a really brilliant concrete rulebook. Step 1. Choose one core tool based on your biggest bottleneck. Step 2. Add a second tool only if it fixes a very clear, glaring gap. Step 3. Strictly avoid overlapping apps. Don't use 3 different tools that all do 80% of the same job. And Step 4, above all, prioritize repeatability. The best tech stack is simply the one you'll actually stick to when midterms get stressful.
Ultimately, I want to leave you with this question to chew on. Are your AI tools actually saving you time right now, or are they just creating more work? Take a hard look at your tech stack today. If you're spending more time tool hopping than studying, it is time to consolidate. Reclaim your workflow and get back to real learning. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Now go streamline that tech stack.